I'm teaching a lesson right now to some that are watching, and informing and maybe even reminding some people who have children that have reached the age of adulthood, and your children are, let's say, 17 years old on the precipice of becoming 18, or even 18, 19, 20 years old, maybe even 21, living in your home, parents still. If you are that individual, that child of a parent, and you're staying with your parents, and parents, if you do have children living with you that are grown, who don't respect you, and especially moms, this seems to be the thing these days, these years, that a lot of children stay with their moms. Let's just address that just for a moment. They are not your friends. Your children are not your friends, and they never have been your friends. They've been your children. And you are supposed to be an example of an adult, a proper adult, what an adult is actually supposed to be. I'm talking about the parent. And anytime your child raises up against you in your home, it's time to go. Anytime your child is allowed to disrespect you in your home, it's time for them to go. Especially if your child were to threaten you, use vulgar language in your home, and challenge you even, and God forbid they put their hands on you, it's definitely time for them to go. I mean, they want to tout, I'm grown, I'm a man, I'm a woman. I don't curse, but I'm going to use a word that's not profane, but I'm going to use it because it's common. Put their ass out. I'm sorry. It's kind of off kilt for me, but I'm going to say it. Put them out. Forget about feelings. Forget about you feeling guilty after you do it, but put them out and let them learn about life. Let them learn how to fend for themselves. So parent, mother, particularly, apparently you didn't do something correct. I'm not saying in every situation or circumstance, but in most instances that I have observed from people that I have known and know, you didn't do something right. You let their child get out of hand. And I'm going to use an expression and an analogy that I've used before many times. When they are here, swaddling and holding them in your arms, that's when the education begins. So when they're here, you start the discipline. When they have the point where they can actually start communicating with you and talking with you, that's when the discipline starts. You don't wait until your child is grown. You don't wait until your child is a preteen to start disciplining your child. It's cute only goes so far. Oh, he's cute. He's handsome. She's pretty. She's beautiful. She's a doll baby. And then they end up being a devil. And then you're smoking. You're getting high. You're getting drunk. You're an alcoholic now, mom, because you have dropped the ball at some point in time. I've said this before as well. I'm going to say it again. To be a parent is the greatest, most difficult job that you'll ever have on this planet, because you are raising another human being. You're fashioning their mind. And I say again, if they think they're grown, then let them do what grown people do. And I'm sorry for you parents that have been made to go through these situations with your relatively young adult children. But most of you didn't do your job. I'm just being perfectly honest. All of that, they're my best friend and we're tight and all this other stuff. A small percentile of people can say that for sure, but that you're close to your child. But stop looking at your child as your friend and look at them as your child, because that's why you are the parent and they are the child or the dependent. And even though they're older and they're of the adult age now, you're not a parent anymore. But you're still a parent in the sense that they're under your care in your home. But biologically, chronologically, when they become an adult, age-wise, they are an adult. They're just your child. You're an older adult. You're supposed to be their mentor. You're supposed to be a great role model to them. But some of you haven't been a great role model at all, and you get what you put in. So I'm not saying to those parents who have done their jobs and their children turn away anyway, if that were the case, it doesn't change the fact that they can't disrespect you and look down to you and talk back to you in your own home. Especially parents, as you're getting older, these are your golden years. You've already had your youth. Let them get out there and see what the real world is like. They'll understand by and by. Think about it, brother teacher.